Hello. Program to demonstrate the use of pure and impure methods. What is a pure method? And then I'll come to what is an impure method. As per the definition that you can read, a pure method does not change the argument's value in the super function. So if you have a sub function or sub method where you are using two arguments which are primitives, that means they are identified directly by the compiler. That means those integers, integer, short, int, byte, long, float, double, char, boolean, these 8 are primitives. Now if you supply any primitive to a method as argument, and if that method changes the values in those variables, then also the super function or the super method which has made a call to it and has sent the arguments, it is not affected in the super method. So I'll show you the output of this code, and after that you may pause the video here, see the code and then see the output. When I will show the output, you will be able to realize that even if the values of the arguments have got changed in the method, the change in the super method or main has not taken place. So let me come to the output window through the project window. So see, there is this class CLPure, and this one's object I have kept ready, and I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to call the main. When I will call the main, what will happen? Let me show it to you. From main, the statement before method call is this one, which is printing the two variables NA and NB, right? So they are getting printed as 8 and 3. Now here is this method call. NA and NB are being sent to the method with the values as CA and CB. What's happening here is CA and CB are getting interchanged, and therefore first time it is printing 8 and 3 as it is, and next time it is printing 3 and 8 because they have been interchanged. Now after the method call is complete, so it's 8 and 3 and 3 and 8 are done. After the method call is complete, that means from here, then this statement from main is again taking place. What do you think are the arguments in NA and NB now? Are they interchanged or are they not? See, they are remaining unaffected. This is because they have been called with the help of this is called a pure method. The primitives are sent. Now I will show you the impure method. Impure because it takes a non-primitive. Now what is a non-primitive? This needs a little bit of explanation. A non-primitive data is that kind of data which is not fixed each time the program is run. That means when some combination of variables are done and are made as a single, just for example an array. Now an array is one variable, but that one variable can sometimes consume 10 capacity of 10 integers or anything else, but sometimes it can consume the size or the capacity of less. Sometimes it can consume the size or the memory requirement can become more. That means an array is a variable whose memory requirement or the size is not fixed. It can change. That means it is a memory oriented flexible type of variable. So the compiler cannot understand how much size the array will require whenever the program is run. Here I am showing a static allocation, but it could have been a dynamic allocation also. That means it could have been that the size requirement is n, where n is input and the variables are also input. So it will change every time the program is executed. So the compiler cannot understand how to exactly access all of them. So what the compiler here does is it only takes it as a combinational single value. And now this time you will see the similar program where I have executed through static allocation, and later I will show another example with dynamic allocation for impure methods. So I have actually here called the main, in the main I have printed the variables of the array with rn0 and rn1, right? Then I have sent this array to the impure method. Its name is swap impure. So the cn is getting what rn has. Now what I'm doing is I'm printing the same cn0 and cn1 here, and then I'm interchanging the elements in the array. And then when I print, obviously here they will change, but notice when I print them back again in the main, what do you expect? Do you expect Rn to store 8 or you expect Rn to store 3? Let me show the output to you. That means I will have to run this program which is impure. Let me show the main. Check it out. See, last time, if you go rewind the video, you will see last time they were changed here, but in the main they were not. But right now 8 and 3 is coming from the first line, then they are getting interchanged, therefore the interchange is becoming active. Now after the interchange, when it is coming back to the main, the values are changed in the super function also. There is no return that the modified array has been returned and it is overwriting the old array, you see. But then also notice that rn0 is not remaining 8. This is because Rn is not a primitive, and since Rn is not a primitive, therefore whatever change is taking place anywhere where Rn is sent, that change is remaining forever in this course. That means the modification in Rn is done in the subfunction and is reflected back in the superfunction. Okay. So in this way you can also test with some other non-primitives. So one more example I will want to show you in which this is done with the help of a variable. Yes, see the change in the program. You will notice that quite a few things have changed. Here I have introduced n equal to 4 and made that. Now this n equal to 4 could have been an input also, and therefore this also could have been some other allocation in the array. So this part is only filling the array with just something. Now my focus is to show you that the array when will be sent to the method, when any change in any of the cells will take place, that change will get reflected back in the super function. That means the change is not taking place in a temporary manner. That means what is changed is getting changed for the others also. That means the change is taking place in the memory address of the place of the variable. So if it is a non-primitive, that means an array which is a combination of quite a few integers, the same will happen when it will be taken up for an object. An object is also a non-primitive because it is made up of multiple variables inside it. So the object's example is due. For the time being, I am showing you the output of this array as a non-primitive argument sent. See the output. I have kept the output ready for you. Now pause the video and observe the program here. What is being done is the first element is replaced by the second and the last element is replaced by the second last. Right. So here in the first line, what is happening? Check. Rn0 and Rn3 at the first in the main are 10 and 13. In the method also, before the change is taking place, they are 10 and 13. After the change, they are becoming 11 and 12. But when the method is sending the control back to the super method, there you can check that the values have not come back. They are remaining as the modified values. Okay.